there as well.
Quite LUFC on the wall, Conor.
That was just thinking.
Don't talk about Leeds United again, Conor.
Hey?
We're talking about Leeds United again.
Yeah, probably should get onto that at some point. Yeah, I kind of want to get a review in of the Blackburn game, a preview of the Ipswich game, and a review in all at the same time. So I'm going to try to do that in a bit. Good?
Yeah. Leeds.
G'day guys, what is going on? Rams of the South Stand here with a little bit of a different location, if you'd like to pan around there. We are in Melbourne, doing something a little bit different today. I just wanted to show you guys the scenery and all that whilst I do the review of Blackburn, whilst I do the preview of Ipswich, which will will it be for them tomorrow? Tomorrow,
yeah.
Tomorrow, and then I'm going to encompass it with the review as
tonight.
well. Tonight?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do a review of the Ipswich game as well, and I'll do that tomorrow for us. So it wasn't a great game against Blackburn. Leeds were pretty poor. I didn't think the lineup was great. I thought you start Shackleton on the right, then you start Brady on the left. I think you've got to start with the full-fledged left backs, fully fledged right backs. So you've got to start with people who can actually play on the left, can actually play on the right. And then you've got to start, in my opinion, you've got to start Kemal Roof up front. I'm not going to go on about this game forever because there's no point. I don't really understand what Pearce needs to do to start. He gets 3 England under-20 call-ups, he's got 3 Premier League clubs in for him, and this guy desperately needs to start. I think people are talking about it being an inexperienced left side with having Clark on the wing as well. I completely disagree. We've seen Pearce deal with it, we've seen Clark deal with it in the past as well. So I think that's something we've got to look towards. You've got pace, you've got pragmatism and dynamism on that wing. I think you have to start those two on the left side against Ipswich. So we've not really got any wingers, and we saw that in the game as well. Harrison's not about at the minute, he's injured. Dallas, I'm not sure he's a fully fledged winger. You never really see him trying to take on the fullback, but you do see Dallas do it more than, let's say, Alioski. When Jack Clark came on, he had about 3 or 4 take-ons. Alioski didn't have won the single game, and it restricted Leeds. We had to play through the middle, and that is where Blackburn packed out in the midfield, and Leeds really struggled. Alongside this, Kemal Roof has to start. You've got a player of the month there, and for some bizarre reason, Leeds decided to start with Tad Roberts up front, and then Roof on the wing. It's the first real game as well we've seen Leeds, unfortunately, struggle with corners. The reason we struggled with corners was because we've not got Pablo, we've not got Douglas with those set-piece deliveries. Unfortunately, we've now got Alioski, who is struggling to beat the first man. I don't want to get on the guy's back, but he's played every single minute for Leeds this season. If we get a break there, we might see a better Alioski coming back in.
Wow, you.
But the sort of worrying thing was Leeds were taken advantage of by 2 set pieces. Bielsa said in his press conference prior to the game that Leeds were practicing offensive strategy. So why were we not looking at preventing the aerial assault that Blackburn were going to bring? In my preview for the last game, I was speaking about how they are strong from corners, they're strong from set pieces, but I don't fully understand why Leeds didn't target that as well. We were on top in the second half, but the likes of Samu Saiz weren't able to be clinical. The creativity was lacking, the innovation was lacking, and Leeds really struggled to do anything in the final third. The only thing of note that really happened was when Clark came on, he started running at the defenders, and yet we still didn't have a registered shot on target until the 89th minute. One thing that concerns me is the fact that our number 10 replacement would be Lewis Baker, and Bielsa doesn't seem to have faith in Baker. So we've got Izzy Brown, who is a replacement number 10, who won't be fit till January. Is that a mistake that Leeds have made?
Whereabouts are we, Conor?
We are in... Oh no. Manchester Press.
I can't zoom in. I can.
Were you just going the wrong way?
Yeah, I was. And how do you feel about living with a scum fan, Conor, at the minute?
Yeah, it's tough at the minute. I've been taken to a Manchester coffee shop by Ella, and I'm living with one as well, yeah. So it's not great. So what do you think? So Leeds playing tonight against Ipswich. 1 win in 13 games.
Yeah.
So what do you think Leeds' chances are at the minute?
Well, you'd say strong before, but then they come back from the break and Blackburn beat them.
Yeah.
So I say they still win.
You think they're still going to win?
Yeah, as long as they start the right people.
Because if Leeds win tonight, they could go top of the table again.
And I think the score will be Either 1-0 or 2-1.
So it's going to be tight.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to agree with you because I think it's going to be really tight. I think Leeds might be quite nervous, but hopefully with the players back, we'll get it over the edge. I agree with you. I think it's going to be 2-1.
2-1, of course. So who's back today?
So Pablo, I think, is going to start. Airling's back.
Good.
But Pontus has just been served. You remember I told you about the incident? Pontus has just been given a one-match ban for that.
You're kidding?
No.
Oh my god.
So there you go. So
What was their players then?
nothing.
Even though he headbutt him.
But now anyway, we're going to look at Ipswich. Now, this for me is a must-win game, and the reason it's a must-win game is because even though we're early on in the season, I think it's one of those games that to keep momentum going and to change our fortunes round, Leeds really need to get the win here. Ipswich like to play down the wings, and they like to cross balls in, and it's another physical game for Leeds. Like Millwall was, like Birmingham was, like Blackburn was, Leeds are going to have to get used to this. We're going to have to get used to playing through teams. We're going to have to get used to having a plan B, another side of the game which is going to beat and break teams down like this. They're very strong at attacking set pieces. Against Swansea away, and they beat them 3-2, and against Birmingham when they drew 2-2, a lot of the goals come from attacking set pieces, which Leeds need to be very wary of, especially without Jansen. They're very weak at the back. Matthew Pennington normally features as a right back from his time at Leeds last season. Quite a poor defender, and this is where Leeds can really expose them. Roof knows how to play against Pennington, he knows how to play against his back line. They will start with a 4-2-3-1 formation, very similar to Blackburn, very similar to Birmingham. So once again, we've got to be ready for this rigid formation that the opposition team is going to focus on. But what Leeds have got to make sure we don't do is concede within the first couple of minutes, because once again, it's going to turn into a case of Leeds attacking, and trying to break down another rigid 2 banks of 4. So Leeds need to realise this. I hope the offensive play has been worked on, and I'll catch you tomorrow.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Everybody, welcome to Ramblers of the South Stand. Conor, and this is the post-match Ipswich. I hope you've enjoyed what I've done previously on the vlog, something a little bit different. But I wanted to go over the game as well. I thought Leeds was superb. They completely controlled the first half, sort of grinded Ipswich down. Brady got taken off, and we sort of went into a 3-3-1-3 formation from the usual 4-1-4-1, and I thought it opened Leeds up. There was a lot more creativity, innovation, fluidity throughout the play. I thought players like Alioski thrived in it because they were able to push forward a little bit more, but also they had defensive duties, and that left wing back role seems absolutely ideal for him. Ayling came in, and I thought Ayling did really well as well. Him on the right hand side did fantastic. The only thing I can really remember him doing wrong was giving that ball away to Nolan. Cooper was superb. He was playing out through the back like Calvin Phillips was. Phillips reverted to the left side of that back 3 and was absolutely superb, running out from the back. He was also playing the ball into Pablo and Kemar Roof. He sort of missed that middle as well to go to Kemar Roof quite a lot, which we've not seen so far, and he's not played like that since the last Parmas game because he's not really been able to feature in that 3 at the back. Pablo Hernandez, what more can you say? 2 assists. He only played for 45 minutes. He was absolutely fantastic. Leeds go up a level when he plays. They've got more vigour, more sass, more creativity, and that's absolutely what we need in this side at the minute. Samu Saiz, unfortunately, has gone off the boil a little bit. Maybe it's time for a rest for Samu Saiz. I'll get to that at the end of the video, but is it time now to maybe push Cleek up a little bit further into that CAM role? He's been absolutely pivotal in everything Leeds have done. 8 out of 10 performance again last night. He's been absolutely superb, game in, game out. He's very consistent as well. Is it going to be beneficial to put him in that CAM role like Poland do more permanently, and then possibly bring Forshaw into his role, or even Forshaw as a number 10 as well? We saw it in the pre-season. That's what Bielsa was going to use Forshaw as. He was absolutely fantastic last night, back to his best, back to what we saw last season, and in a more advanced role as well. I thought he actually had a few shots this time, and a few decent shots, and you can see why Bielsa likes him in that CAM role. It's because his possession stats are very good. He keeps hold of the ball very well. His close control, a little bit like Samu Saiz, but in a different way. And I thought he was the driving force for Leeds in that second half. Tom Pearce, I've been calling for him for weeks now, but I actually thought Alioski
looked a lot more comfortable in that 3-3-1-3 role where he pushed up a little bit more. He wasn't too attacking, he wasn't too defensive, was Alioski. I thought he had some brilliant balls in. That one that he should have squared to Ruth nearly sent me over the edge. A cracking strike against the inside of the post. But once again, Douglas comes back. Is Alioski going to have that role? He's probably not, so he's going to be pushed out to the left-hand side. But I just don't feel that that is his role. That left wing-back role he seemed to make his own. But the only issue with Tom Pearson, this may be why he hasn't featured in the Bielsa system. It seems to be he cuts back a lot more. He seems to go for the centre-back instead of playing forward. And maybe that's why Bielsa doesn't want him in that left wing-back role. Maybe that's what we've been missing all along. He doesn't seem to like it. This system only seems to be beneficiary to the team if both wing backs are bombing on forward, and Tom Pearce doesn't seem to do that when he's involved in the game. Plays the safe option, he's very consistent, but maybe it's just because he's a little bit nervous his first game back. But my big question for you guys is Samuel Saiz. Does he start the next game? I'm not so sure he does. I think he needs at least a 2-match rest. If we desperately need him against Forest, you bring him on, but for me he doesn't start. You push Cleek into that role and bring Forshaw on. That is a fantastic option for Leeds to have. If you've enjoyed the vlog, guys, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.